What's good, YouTube and Twitch? We're live to both right now, so welcome to the house. And we've got a conversation for you guys that comes from the heart just a little bit, and that's to never give up on rogue decks. These decks should never be underestimated, in my opinion. They're able to come from behind and sweep a meta off its feet, such as Prank Kids this very weekend, taking down a YCS. If you asked anybody before today, how do you think Prank Kids will do at YCS Milan? Everybody would have laughed. Oh, they're getting Roxy in the special edition. Everybody would have been like, are you not looking at Summon Sorceress? Europe gets Summon Sorceress? Like, this wasn't so much in the conversation for topping the YCS, let alone winning it. Very few people were going, I told you so, in my comment section. Instead, they were like, what just happened? And it's really crazy to look at kind of the history when we go up on people not giving up on rogue decks. Also from Europe, World Chalice, kind of the predecessor to Saryuja Turbo, if you will. It really did it as one of the best at the time, where you could put Gamma Seal on the field with negates, get the field spell, and pop off. But it's the early incarnation of Saryuja Turbo, if you really think about it that way. People will go, oh, look at World Chalice, it never got a top again. But realistically, it's just the deck at the time that was abusing Saryuja the best and transitioned through it. So it's realistically kind of older Saryuja Turbo. It's like Dad Return into Teledad, if you think about history. This is the beginning of Saryuja Turbo. So yeah, I really want to say, don't give up on rogue decks. When you like a deck, continue to play it if you think there's potential for you to top a regional. You will create, even regional tops can create these amazing places in Yu-Gi-Oh! History. We run around to Asian Persuasions, Dark Destroying, amazing, Zodiac beating Cosmos. This was an awesome moment. This guy at a regionals caused the entire secondary market to go crazy with the exposure he gave to Cosmos in Zoo format for not being able to be targeted by Drident. Oh man, Drident was one of the biggest monsters at the time. That was just crazy. People saw such a linear format, and this tuber comes in with Cosmos. It was an awesome moment, and that's pretty much like the history of awesome moments like this. We actually go to my own. Let's let my decade-old top brag for just a little bit. Six Samurai during Dark Arm format. Dark Arm has just come out, and everyone's looking at it and not Six Samurai United, one of the only true plus ones in the game at this point besides Destiny Hero Disc Commander. And I'm just over here like, yo, it's my time. I'm going to set up some negates. I'm going to give big pushes. I'm going to have one of the most aggressive decks that actually gets pluses now. I can play Wind Blast finally. All the Dark Arm players are sitting here with their $180 cards. I faced, guess what? Not just one, but two $6,000 decks in the top four in the finals against the reigning YCS champion trying to go back-to-back and the current national champion. And I'm able to take it all down with a deck worth less than $200. I think it was like $180 at the time, all thanks to one single piece of new support. Wow, I really feel like I have this connection. It's a decade later, 10 years later, right? But we see Prank Kids come in today. We see Prank Kids out of nowhere. I'm talking trash about them even. I'm like, they'll get some regional tops maybe. If you enjoy the deck, pick it up. But they're not going to do anything at the YCS levels. I have to eat my own words now, being the guy that used to be able to do this, and look at another duelist in a new age and say, yeah, I was wrong. I'm that guy. I became a little jaded. And it's really awesome. So I want to give this message. Don't give up on Rogue. Look at Robbie Cole, another tuber. The Gadget Man, during Teledad, took Oppression Gadgets to level. Gores has just come out, and he's like, I'm going to summon my gadgets. I'm going to use Oppression. I'm going to, be one of the first Floodgators out there. And he managed to do it. Let's look at Dragon Ruler format. There's something a little sweet to this format when you think about it. And that's that during Dragon Rulers, Madolches managed to top a WCQ, the North American WCQ. There's all these amazing moments in Yu-Gi-Oh! History that have been kind of left behind, like spaceships. I think Robbie Cole like spaceship decks more than anybody on the earth. I think he's always bringing it up, and I tend to forget it too. It's a piece of Yu-Gi-Oh! History where it's like, yo, spaceships were a thing. Like, this deck didn't top just once. Spaceships managed to do it multiple times. Kind of a common people left behind. A 1700 token generator that did wacky and zany things. You know, I think there's just this point where people really stop trying to innovate as much these days. They think it's figured out compared to the past like this, right? Where there's a spread of information. There's YugiTube. There's Zodiac Duelist. There's Reddit. We've got it all figured out. And yet, we have amazing moments in history, even today. Look at Jeff Jones' Psychic deck. Ooh, Jeff Jones taking it all down and getting all the way to second, barely falling short of that gold with one of the most amazing decks that he still gets messaged about today. As he talked about it in our charity stream, he was like, yeah, I still get asked about, I think, this deck more than any. Little City. Oh, remember being able to, like, just pop off with this and Gemini Spark? Like, if you're an older duelist like me, yeah, it comes to mind for sure. Entering, like, Necros format, we actually have a lot of surprise moments. One of the stream people brought this up. Ritual Beast took everyone by surprise at the 150th, and this is from a Texas boy. We got Irvin, and then Miguel almost makes it too, and then later, people have let Ritual Beast slip back in the mind. Ritual Beasts are worth the pair of socks, as you might say today. But Miguel Soto got his world's invite. That pair of socks got him a plane all the way out there and got to go to Worlds off of a pair of socks, as you might have put it. What was left behind from one of the most infamous sets of all time, the Secret Forces, kind of like on the back burner, ends up limited to 1 to this day. Just a crazy kind of thing. Like, people weren't looking at this, and it's such interactions as people today keep saying, oh, he only won because people didn't know what they did. No, he also looked at the entire metagame. He was able to beat Sky Strikers, skilled players in the top 32 who can read their cards. It's not just as if that comprehension was the only way. He had to study the meta. He had to make the right choices. He had to play his deck to a T. There's so much more to it than, oh yeah, he won because people didn't know his deck. It can be a factor, yeah. It can be a factor, yeah. But that doesn't make it to where that's all that it took. It takes so much more to top 8 or win an event. It takes so much more. You actually look at Burning Abyss more recently at the, what is it, the Euros, taking down first place with, what was it, the Star Beast and Naturia Beast. Ooh, Beast back to back. But you were able to, like, turbo out the Naturia Beast and Link format and Burning Abyss. People didn't see that coming, and it smacked down Euros. That's awesome. Also, going back to Burning Abyss and unexpected tops, how about that Shadol Burning Abyss combo? Is that the last time we saw Shadol top? No, Shadol Dinos, of course. Shadol, and there's another surprise, Shadol Dinos, but Shadol's alongside Burning Abyss in Zodiac format. Fusion Sub-Zoo, the deck to beat, the deck that did it all with Norden and the pluses and the 20 turn combos, and you have this one deck come in with Winda, like, oh, you can special summon once per turn. Hi, my name's Winda. How you doing? That was an awesome moment. And at that same YCS Fusion Sub-Zoo, the most powerful Zodiac format, good old Corey Roca playing totally awesome. So many people discounted this because it didn't do much in the OCG. Yet when it came over here, and still to this day in the TCG, Toad is a feared card. Paleo's even sneaking in tops today. If there's a point to all of this, if you're looking at all these decks throughout history and seeing these awesome moments, undefeated in Swiss, volcanic rockets, anybody? All these awesome moments in Yu-Gi-Oh! History. The main point is, don't give up on Rogue, not you, decks. Don't give up on them. Just don't do it. If you really enjoy what you're playing and you think there's a chance, yes, some decks inherently just cannot compete like that. But if you want to enjoy the game and you think you found something that can take the competitive level, don't play something else just because you think it'll have a better chance. Have fun, take what you've learned, take what you're comfortable with, and go take down that tournament. This is a new age, and it's still happening today, to this very day, from 10 years ago to earlier. It's crazy. You have all of these formats, yet you look throughout history and you're able to take Rogue and beat the meta. Just don't give up on it, guys. I think it's a really awesome message. I think it's awesome to see this. I think this is more unprecedented than my Six Samurai win, maybe because, like, I just had Six Samurai on my mind the entire time, you know, and the Prank Kids, to me, it's out of left field. I'm sure there's some people who were laughing it, but man, to see one top and then to see it take it down, it's in the other, unlisted on the European site. Oh man, it's awesome. So, thanks for watching. What do you guys think? What are some decks I missed here? There's so many awesome examples throughout history that I couldn't get them all. There's no way for me to get them all. What are maybe some unexpected tops during Dragon Ruler? Please don't say Evil Swarm. Please don't say Evil Swarm. Oh, you all are going to say Evil Swarm. But definitely, I think Madolches get their piece of history right there. There's so much going on in the history of Yu-Gi-Oh! Period that you can't remember it all. And Ritual Beasts go from, you know, being on the back burner to like one of the present decks that took a Duelist of Worlds, and then top 8's Worlds, like during Necros format. There's so many awesome pieces of Yu-Gi-Oh! History. You can't just get them all in one video, but you definitely can reminisce. And I want to hear your guys' favorite. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Like the video if you enjoyed the conversation. And I definitely won't be giving up on Rogue. I think I need to be a little more open-minded, Mr. Oh yeah, Cyber Dragons want top of Weiss, yes. Oh, Prank Kids want top of Weiss, yes. I need to be more open-minded and see the results that actually happen. And a huge congrats. It's crazy to see this happen in 2018. I really do appreciate it. More than once this year. Just an end note. More than once.